So let's look at the second part of Joe Cooley's Morning Dew. You remember when we played the first part in the other clip? I said you could finish on the A there in preparation for the second part, which is going to start on a B. You could also just play the phrase exactly the same as the first time, ending again on A. Ready to start the second part on that B. Oh, just a moment. Okay, so on with the show. Second part starts like this. Here's the first phrase. And that phrase gets repeated later on. Flick the D there to get a nice okay, and you could also flick the E there, the B there with an E. Now the first time you play this phrase, you need to get back down to the A to start the second phrase. So first time you play it, off we go again. So from the beginning of the second part. Again, same thing. But don't come back down to the A, stay on the D. Play a C sharp, and off we go to the final phrase. I use the outer row F sharp here. Okay, there's several ways you could play that ending tag. I think the way that Tony McMahon tends to do it is just a long B. You could do a roll on half roll on that B, or you could do something little, add a couple of notes. Or even up to you. Or you'll notice that Kathleen Nigowan stays up on the high E there. Which means that she comes down to start the first part, which is rather nice. So there, that was a quick run through the second part. I hope you can put the whole thing together and enjoy this wonderful tune, and don't forget to play it like a real C-sharp D player, which is a bit like a Müllerian player. You throw the bellows around, put in lots of accents, and I went to a workshop once with David Munnelly, and he described the C-sharp D as being rather aggressive, and I think you can make that come out in this tune. He said something to the effect that the C-sharp D was like a little snarling terrier in the corner of the room ready to pounce. So bring out a bit of growling and a bit of bite into your playing of this tune. Okay?